Well, this is kind of crazy because this is the third day in a row that I've uploaded a video, so how you guys liking the daily uploads? If this is something you want to see some more of, please let me know down in the comment section below. Hey, what is going on everybody? Aaron here from Break the Internet, and welcome back to another video today on the channel. It feels like every single time I make an update video saying I'm going to upload other things other than Snapchat, a Snapchat update comes out, which is what we're talking about today. Snapchat update 10.8.1 has definitely changed the UI of Snapchat, and if you've downloaded it already, you know what I'm talking about. If you go to the app update screen, it already gives you an example of the couple of the different changes that they've made in there. The first thing that it says is that you can now draw with emojis, which I'm not sure if I'll ever use that, but it's there if you want it. Number two, you can now send a Snapchat for an infinite amount of time, which is probably going to get annoying really fast. And number three, they're implementing this new feature called the Magic Eraser. Now there's a couple other subtle differences that aren't listed on there but are really big changes that we're going to talk about in today's video, so don't go anywhere. Make sure you sit back, relax, grab some popcorn, and enjoy today's video. Alright guys, so moving over to the phone section of today's video. You're probably wondering why this light is in every single frame of a video. I'm not really sure. Forget about it. Let's move over to the phone. Oh god, it's there again. So this update, we are going to be looking mostly in the actual edit screen on Snapchat. So let's do this. We're going to take a selfie right here, just like so. And we can already see a really huge difference over here on the right of our phone. So instead of it being right up top, it's going to be on the right. So we're going to go ahead and click text. And we can already see a pretty big difference when it comes to the actual scrubber here. So when we're clicking text, we can say hello, and we can now change the color that it is on our actual, like the black bar. So it used to be you can only change that color and keep it on white, but now we can change it and change it to whatever color. So we can say hello, I'm here, and I'm pretty sure if we select a certain copy and we change it, we can now change everything on there. Now it changes a little bit as well when you click the text. It just feels different. Like you can obviously feel that the button is in a different place, and that kind of confuses me a little bit. But of course, you're gonna have to get used to it, or I'm gonna have to get used to it anyway. So I'm gonna just move that off to the side. And we are going to click this little picture, or not the picture, the draw icon, and we can now see that we have obviously that same little scrubber, but we also have something new that's down here. So now this is going to be the emoji drawing tool. Now what this is going to allow us to do is click any of these emojis, click one, and draw with it. So I can say hi, and switch to the lips, make a little happy face. I don't know. You just do whatever you want. Be creative with it. I'm sure every time a new update comes out, people use it in completely super amazing creative ways, and then they're able to make really awesome stuff out of it. So I'm just going to delete some of this stuff so we don't get everything all over the screen. And then just a little little tip for you. I know to find black, you used to have to go all the way down here, but now they decided they wanted to implement white and black in the color palette. And you can see like when I do this, you can see it kind of bending a little bit. So when I grab the color and move it off to the left, you can see that it starts to get darker and darker and darker, finally till it gets to black. So just a little quick tip is when you're going through these colors and say you want like a blue, but like a super dark blue, you just bring it down and you'll get like a really, really, really dark colored blue on there. With the next button in the sequence, the sticker button, there's no big changes there. It's going to be the same thing. You can click on it, click whatever sticker you want, and move it and place it wherever you'd like. But the next big change comes in the scissor tool, where we can use the scissor tool how we did before, where we can outline and it cuts out a picture of whatever we're cutting out. Or we can use what they're now calling the Magic Eraser, which is, watch what happens when I do this. I'm going to select a certain area, and it is going to erase it. Now it's not going to completely erase it, but as you can see, what it's doing is kind of erasing everything in that circle and then replacing it with things on the outside. So obviously, because I have my mic and my camera in here, it doesn't look like it erases it, but let's try this with maybe, I don't know, a selfie off to the side. So when I do that, there's not gonna be much more that's like kind of in the picture. So now when I do it, oops, I'm gonna click it, the little star icon, and now when I do it, it's gonna kind of replace with more of like the wall, and that's really creepy. A little bit of my hair in my face, but you can see that it's trying to and attempting to kind of grab parts from out like the different parts of the screen and replace it on my face to make it look like it's erasing. Does that make any sense? What people are going to use this for, Not really sure, but you guys always come up with creative ways to use these new features, and I'd love to see some of them, so add me on Snapchat and send some over my way. I know this picture is going to keep creeping you guys out, so we're going to keep it on here to check out the last feature. Now, the timer little button down here, we can now see that we have a new limit. So now we can do it from anywhere from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, or no limit. An infinite amount of time you can send this picture to your family and friends. That's kind of obnoxious. So with that being said, this is going to be something that you can send to your friends and your family and even to your story that lasts longer than 10 seconds. Now keep in mind, when you add it to the story, it's not going to play infinitely. I did a little test with it, and when you add it to your story, it only stays open, like if you click it on your story, it only stays open for about 20 seconds. So just keep that in mind, it's not going to stay up forever on your Snapchat story. Speaking of Snapchat stories, they made a very, very tiny yet very big change within the timer on the Snapchat stories. So if you've been with Snapchat for a while and you've had it for a couple of years, at the top right of the snaps, it used to be a timer where it had the amount of time that was left in your snap. So if you have 100 seconds left, it would count down from 100 all the way down to 0, and the story would be over. Now, or before this update, if you went to someone's Snapchat story, for example, I'm gonna go to producer KCM, I haven't updated this phone just yet. You can see at the top right that there's a little scrubber, and in that little dot in the middle, I don't know if my phone will focus that close in, but the little inside dot, you guys have probably noticed, would get smaller and smaller until the story was finally done. In the new Snapchat update, if I go over to, let's just say, my story, at the top right, you get nothing. This is from a story that I actually made earlier of me making coffee, and now you don't get any sense of time and any sense of when the Snapchat story is going to be over, which I personally don't really like, because I just don't know how long the person's Snapchat story is going to be. Even if I go to other people's stories, let's just say Pinky, which is, if you haven't followed her already, then definitely do so. But if I click through her story, sometimes she has really long stories and sometimes they're a little bit shorter, but now I have no idea of knowing. So I'm just going to have to sit here and tap and tap and tap and tap and tap until eventually I get kind of bored and then kind of swipe that away. All right, guys, so as I was putting this video together, I went through Snapchat one more time to make sure that I got everything, and I actually missed a feature. So there is now a new looping feature in the videos on Snapchat. So right here, I'm gonna, of course, have a little video of my really messy desk, and I'm going to put my little hand right here and do this little motion. And now we can see on the right side, we have a new button with a loop. So now we can either play once, or I can loop infinitely. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna click loop, I'm gonna send it to my story, and then we're gonna see what happens. So with a regular video, it's gonna play through, and it's gonna go through each one. But if I go to the one that I just added, put my hand in front, and it is going to infinitely loop and keep playing until until you swipe it away, which is, I feel like there's a lot of annoying features in this update. Anyway, guys, that's the last feature, and yeah. Don't you just hate when Snapchat makes an update where you can send a picture to someone for an infinite amount of time, and then you can loop things like this, like this, like this, like this, like this. And that's gonna do it for today's video, guys. Hope this video helped and kind of cleared up things when you first saw the update and you're like, how do I use this? I don't know what I'm doing. And I mean, that's why I'm here, right? So if you did enjoy this video and it helped you out in any way, shape, or form, please let me know down in the comment section below, and maybe say hello, hi, this helped, whatever, and also leave a big fat like on this video if you did enjoy. Anyway, guys, my name is Aaron from Break the Internet, your #1 stop shop for Snapchat tips, tricks, updates, and everything you need to know about Snapchat. Of course, everyone, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you next time.